I just wanted to get on here for a minute and kind of talk about part of my testimony and go over, I guess, in detail a couple of things and show the significance of what he really did that day. Um, so, for those that don't know or haven't read my book or seen my other testimony, um, back in September, God had just really been working in my life and, convicting me about a lot of things. And um, so I start repenting, and then I convince myself that the Bible was mistranslated and that homosexuality was fine, that it wasn't anything wrong with it. And um, it was the second day that God had been dealing with me on some things, and I just really started feeling like I was wrong. And so I had separated from my wife and moved to Tennessee. Um, and while I was here, I made it a whole 2 days before I went back. Um, and I was just like so excited to get back home, to be able to see her. We had never before that day spent a day apart. We had never slept apart, hadn't spent more than a few hours apart most of the time. Um, and whenever I got back to my house though in North Carolina, whenever I pulled up, I didn't even make it out of the car. As soon as I pulled up, she was waiting on the back porch, and it was just so crazy because as soon as I pull up and I see her, like I just got all these different feelings. Like God made me feel like I did not want to see her. I didn't want to touch her. I didn't want to be around her. I got out of the car. She wanted to hug, of course, and I'm sitting here trying to hug her, and like I didn't even want to hug her. It was just so crazy because that's not our relationship at all. Like I loved her more than anything. Um, we were always together. Like I said, we were very hands on. Like it was never could have been that that's how I felt about her. And it's just crazy because God doing that allowed me to know that, it was 100% wrong. Like, there's no way that it could possibly be right. I mean, he could have found all these other ways to split us up or anything like that, but then I would just be in a relationship with somebody else. Like, he knew that he had to show me that it was wrong, and that's exactly what he did. And that's why it's just like now, like I'm trying my best, uh, any way that I possibly can to get everybody to know, that he didn't just single me out. Um, and it was like, it's not okay for you, but it's fine for everybody else. Like this is something that the devil has just really got in people's heads with confusion and the way that the world is nowadays. I mean, it's even in schools with kids, young kids, trying to do gender reassignment before they ever hit middle school age. It's just crazy. Um, but I just felt like that's a huge part of everything that God has done in my life, and I just need to let everybody know, that no, homosexuality is not okay. It's 100% wrong, and I know with every fiber in my being that it's wrong because of how He made me feel that day. And at the end of that, I just wanted to add on, that's kind of why I'm doing everything that I'm doing with the website. Originally it was just intended for my book to be put on there so that everybody could read it for free. But then God had really started dealing with me on starting to blog, trying to help people, that may be trying to come out of this lifestyle, and showing my struggles and my experiences that I've had in doing so. Um, and so I put blogs on there about that, and also just put different blogs like God's laid on my heart about different things. And I've also created a Facebook group. If you don't feel comfortable, right now, you can go on there anonymously. All of this is linked to the website. And my testimony video is on there as well as the book, like I'd stated. So if you know somebody who is struggling with this, you can always send them the link to the website, and they have access to everything on there. I even have the all of the social stuff, the Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. I mean, all that stuff is linked on there. I'm pretty sure TikTok's even linked on there. So if you know somebody, feel free to do that. You can also subscribe to the blog to be able to get new ones. I'm pretty sure they send out emails every time I create a new blog and release it on there. So I appreciate just everybody that can sharing my testimony and getting that out there, because I want to be able to try to reach as many people as possible as long as we have left.